Good day, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about some of the new capabilities recently included in the Oracle Container Engine for Kubernetes, or OKE. My name is Larry Carvalho. I'm a principal consultant with Robust Cloud. And with me, I have Vijay Kumar. Vijay, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi there. I'm Vijay Kumar. I'm a vice president in product marketing, and I lead app dev marketing and developer relations for Oracle Cloud Infrastructure.
Great. Thanks, Vijay. So we're going to jump right in. You had some interesting announcements, for OCI. And, to start, the big elephant in the table is about cloud costs. There is a lot of interest in cloud costs since, tracking cloud spend, it becomes unpredictable. Organizations move on the transformation journey and they have a big surprise. There's almost a cottage industry of vendors helping customers track cloud spending.
Yeah.
Vijay, can you shed some light on how Oracle helps customers track cloud spending with the consistent spending that you highlighted in your announcement? I just wanted to, add a little color on that.
Absolutely. Cost savings and efficiency are always top of mind for an organization of any size and any industry in the normal times.
Yeah.
In fact, these were some of the primary reasons for businesses to adopt the cloud in the first place, if you recall. As cloud adoption grew, with the businesses moving all kinds of applications and workloads to the cloud, they've unfortunately realized that costs do get out of control with subscription models, right? Add to that, cloud providers have varying prices for services hosted in different locations, albeit some of it based on certain constraints and things like that. For example, if a service is hosted in a certain region, like US East, customers get one price. In another region, they get another. If it's different services, different units in different prices, etc. And if it's in another country, another region altogether, forget about it. Right? It's all inconsistent. At Oracle, we took a different approach. First of all, our prices are significantly lower than our competition, even in their most economic location. Like it's up to 50% or more cheaper. On top of that, we have consistent pricing everywhere, no matter what region or where the service is hosted. And this is very different from all the other cloud providers. This is a novel concept to them. As a result, customers get a lower price in general because we are lower cost. And on top of that, they get consistent price wherever they are. They don't need fancy calculators and all kinds of ways to calculate how much it's going to cost, right? And this translates to our recent announcement we made about serverless Kubernetes, or as we call it, virtual nodes. I mean, we made some straight up calculations, and we even published it, where we cost 50% or more lower than our competition. Wow. So yes, I mean, first of all, our costs are lower, and we take a consistent pricing approach across wherever the customers go. So it's just a straight multiplication for them. Right.
Got it. That's good to know. So at least you remove some of those issues. It becomes simpler pricing, and that definitely helps from whatever I talk to customers. So, one of the things I also hear, I've been going to Cloud Native Computing Foundation conferences, events for a long time, talking to customers. What they say is, Kubernetes is difficult to manage as adoption grows, and then the complexity increases as you grow up. You bring up something called serverless Kubernetes with virtual nodes in the announcement. Can you shed some more light on what is serverless Kubernetes and how can it help customers simplify their Kubernetes adoption journey?
Certainly. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Microservices architecture, containerization, cloud native practices, these have become like the way customers are building new applications and even modernizing some of their old monolithic applications, because it gives them the agility, easier to manage, and the skills, honestly, like everybody's investing in.
Mhm.
So I mean, the container adoption is going through the roof,
Right.
and Kubernetes has become the de facto orchestration mechanism, or orchestration engine for that, right? It's a CNCF based Kubernetes. So, and we are seeing that with our customers as well. Before I get into some of the most recent announcements, let me take a step back and talk about Oracle Container Engine for Kubernetes that we fondly call OKE.
Okay.
OKE is our managed Kubernetes service. At its core, it is built with open standards and is CNCF conformant. Sure, like other Kubernetes implementations are too, but in our case, we were intentionally, we wanted to be as conformant as we could, and we wanted to be open, so that customers can have the confidence that the container apps that they build are completely portable.
Yep.
If you want to move these applications to run on another cloud, they can run on premises. They can as well, because as they move closer, as deployments move closer to the edge and things like that, they may want to move some of these applications that are that can run in smaller form factors or what have you. They can do that. Right? Essentially, it then avoids vendor lock-in, so they don't have to worry about, hey, this is built on Oracle's version or whatever, because it's open, conformant. Second, and very important, the developers can use their familiar and transferable skills. Productivity and velocity is super important to developers, and they don't have to learn some proprietary skills or ways of doing things. They can do it. It's open. So OKE has a fully managed control plane, flexible management options for worker nodes. But the new capabilities that we recently added will further simplify Kubernetes deployments for customers.
Okay.
It will dramatically simplify enterprise Kubernetes deployments and also help them adopt Kubernetes on OCI at scale. These new capabilities will also boost reliability, security, and efficiency for our customers. And best of all, as I mentioned, in these unprecedented economic times, in normal times, these are important. In unprecedented economic times, when customers are trying to do more with less,
yes,
they can save significant costs as they continue to adopt Kubernetes. In some cases, as I mentioned earlier, up to 50% of cost savings.
excellent.
So that's what we're excited about. And I'm excited to share, like, there are some global organizations like SoundHound, GoToMeeting, Nomura, etc., and Nomura Research Institute use Kubernetes to run applications at scale.
Excellent. Yeah, I hope to talk to them sometime if they meet them. That's great to hear. So one of the big things about Kubernetes is, can we run our mission critical workloads on Kubernetes? And if there are customers wanting to adopt it on the transformation journey and put mission critical, can you convince those customers why should they put mission critical? What has workloads on OKE? What has Oracle done, in this space to convince them about that?
Certainly, I mean, I can, I think we have a pretty persuasive case to make to them. So first of all, the virtual nodes that we just, like, our serverless Kubernetes, which we're calling it virtual nodes, we abstract away the underlying infrastructure so that the developers can focus on developing and deploying their applications to meet their business needs, so they can get out of managing the infrastructure and all of these kinds of like burdensome tasks, if you will. And we want to reduce the complexity of and overhead of managing that infrastructure. So, and we manage the full life cycle and infrastructure operations of the Kubernetes workloads they're running on and things like that. This becomes especially important for customers that are enterprise customers that are trying to run their mission critical applications. They want to focus on running the applications well, and doing what it does best, and not focus on managing them, right? So that's where, I think generally our OKE, with the reliability and the availability that we provide, price performance that we provide, and all of that helps. And plus the serverless Kubernetes that we just announced also helps in that they can get out of the business of managing it, and they managing the infrastructure, and they can focus on the applications. Further, like, we're seeing thousands of enterprises of all sizes across industries globally using OKE. And our customers span really all industries and company sizes, and we're pleased to see some of the more serious, like our traditional enterprises, even like regulated industries like financial services and customers like that adopt, bring their applications and run on containers and manage them with OKE. And Oracle runs a number of our mission critical cloud services and SaaS applications on OKE, such as things like Oracle Fusion Apps, SaaS blockchain, Service Cloud, IoT, digital assistant, data flow, etc. Like these Fusion apps are things that we use for our day-to-day business. I mean, it's very critical to running the business, right? And what it really gives us is it helps us like kind of build an enterprise-grade platform that we ourselves are confident about, that is highly secure and performant. So we can tell our customers like, hey, bring your mission-critical applications and workloads, and we can run them confidently.
Great. Yeah. So that another SaaS company who's innovating, putting a new SaaS app, they can be comfortable and using OCI for deploying their SaaS applications.
Absolutely, just like we do our own. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. One last question. Everybody wants to look at the future. So tell us, are there any upcoming features or enhancements in the pipeline that customers can look forward in the near future? You don't have to go way down, but what is coming next?
Great question. Yeah, well, I'll address it kind of broadly. Our plan is to continue along this path. We understand that customers want to innovate. They want to use new cloud native technologies to innovate because it gives them agility to launch new products, new services, etc. So they want to continue along that path. Also, save costs, increase efficiencies, etc. So we plan to kind of enable them even more along this path. We want to simplify deployments for our customers so that they can focus on building their applications, deploying them, and do what they do best. And second, we want to address their complex enterprise requirements like security, governance, ability to deploy and operate at scale, while balancing control and agility with flexibility and various deployment options and things like that. For example, we want to give them the ability to build applications to OKE that can run in the public cloud and use it with the same fidelity and run them on like in their dedicated regions, or sovereign deployments, or even in smaller form factors like cloud at customer, etc. We want to give them complete flexibility so that they can focus on building the applications and then deploy them, and then away they go and run them. And finally, do it so that the costs are dramatically lower than our competition and predictable, as I mentioned, right? Those are the three things, and we'll continue to innovate along these lines, providing more value to our customers, because we've seen our customers are loving that, and we get feedback all the time to do more of what we're doing.
Excellent. That's a good way to end this call. So customers, whoever's listening to it, can also see what's coming up next and what are you going to do to help them. With that, thank you for listening to this call. I hope to produce similar videos in the future. Thank you, Vijay, for your time. And
Larry. Thank you, Larry, and thank you to the audience as well.
Great. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.